Okay, that second phrase, played kind of slowly there for you, is, again, we're still over that A Dorian kind of sound, but Jimmy takes even more liberties in this phrase with the mode sort of sound of it. So let's check out what happens. Again, to be sort of in the jazz style, I guess, he starts the phrase on the upbeat. And it actually starts on the second 16th note of the beat, so it's like downbeat, E, and so that little phrase starts on the flat 7 of the A, so we have G at the 8th fret, or rather 10th fret, sorry, G at the 10th fret of the 5th string, and it goes down to F sharp and back to G, so just down a half step and back. And that's going to be, use your little finger and your ring finger for that, because you got to set up the next part of the phrase. And that is pick once and pull off hammer on. It'll be smoother that way. That's what he does. So, so the first part of it, we're going to do that little pull off hammer on thing. Go up to A, the root on the 4th string, 7th fret, and then back to F sharp on the 9th fret of the 5th string, to G at the 10th fret, and then carry on up the scale, next string, 4th string, A again, and then B at the 9th fret of the 4th string. Now we're going to go to the D at the 3rd string, 7th fret, and this is where he really takes a little bit of liberty with the sound. Goes to a major third, so he slides down, and okay, so let's check that out. Slides down to the major third, the C sharp on the 3rd string, and then does back down to the A on the 4th string, 7th fret, to the B on the 9th fret of the 4th string, then back to the C sharp. So you got a little bit of a major sound for a second, and a major pentatonic. So we have C sharp at the 6th fret, and then the E at the 9th fret. Okay, and it's about to bring it back into the Dorian sound in here in just a second. We got F sharp, the major 6th, on the 2nd string, the 7th fret. So at this point, okay, let's check it out. Let's back up a little bit because it's easy to get kind of lost in it. So now this phrase, we can kind of think of this in a segmented way. It might help out a little. Okay, so that's the first, maybe the first segment, okay, that we've just talked about. Now the next segment, we're gonna kind of sort of connecting to the next segment anyway. F sharp at the same F sharp we just stopped on a second ago at the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Hammer on into the G. It'll be on the downbeat of the 2nd string, 8th fret, and then some real interesting little connecting chromatic lick where he just plays pieces of the scale going down. So we have the F natural, pretty out note, but he's going to bring it in. So we have F natural, the 6th fret of the 2nd string, to the E at the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and on down chromatically, 8th fret, 7th fret. Okay, so ending on that D on that phrase, and then moves exactly the same pattern down a half step. So you have E, so E to E flat, D, D flat. So that exactly the same phrase as before, just 1 fret lower. So to recap, so after the pair of chromatic phrases, Okay, he goes to the C at the 5th fret of the 3rd string, plays it twice, then a hammer-on pull-up to the D and back, and then moves back 1 fret to the 4th fret of the B that's on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and now he's going to play a little. It's a little touch of harmonic minor. So we have G sharp. So 6th fret on the 4th string to the 7th fret of the 4th string, the A, and then back to the B on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and skips to the D on the 3rd string, 7th fret. So a little bit of a sequence of the kind of phrase he did before. Okay, then drops down to B and C and D. So okay, so that's on the 3rd string, the B at the 4th fret, the C at the 5th fret, and the D at the 7th fret. So, and then goes to the 2nd string, and it's a little bit pentatonic now. So he ends off with something that just ties it back into the sound of the chord. So we have E to G on the 2nd string. That'll be the 5th fret and 8th fret twice. So he goes, and then sort of the opposite thing on the next string. He goes to C, A, C, and with a little bit of a micro bend, not really a half step, more like a quarter step on that C. So we have. And then to wrap it up, he's got a little sequential phrase coming down where he goes, well, it starts with an ascending part. It goes E to G on the 2nd string, so that's the 5th and 8th frets. And then rolls over to the C again on the 8th fret of the 1st string. And then to the A, 5th fret, 1st string. And then the E, 5th fret of the 2nd string. Last note of this descending part here, the D on the 3rd string, 7th fret. And then the last phrase, he goes to G, the last piece of the phrase, G on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, to E on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, just pentatonic all the way down to the D on the 3rd string, 7th fret, last note, the C on the 3rd string, 5th fret. So that last bit. Okay, I hope you enjoyed checking out the ideas here from the Jimmy Herring Clinic from the Atlanta Institute of Music in 1997. I'll put a link up for that. The clip that I got these ideas from. There's a whole lot, like a million ideas in that solo. Jimmy just goes off forever, doing so many cool things, and there's we could do like a video series that could last a year on that one solo, pretty much. So check it out. I hope it'll inspire you the way that it did me. For me personally, I came from a rock background. And I instantly loved classical music. I pretty well instantly loved some of the country guitar stuff, but jazz was a bit of an enigma for me for a long time. And it was guys like Jimmy and these clinics that he did at the Atlanta Institute of Music in 97, 98. He did a whole bunch of them. We had Sean Lane come and hang out and do a lot of clinics and lessons and stuff. Get to be around guys like that, and Scott Henderson as well. Those guys had that rock attitude, but they had and the blues kind of touch and all that. But they're putting those ideas in there from jazz, things that they got from you know, Coltrane and Michael Brecker and all these really great jazz musicians. And they for me, they showed me how that could work. You know, watching those guys play and listening to their records and listening to them in the clinics and everything, it really showed me how you could take these advanced harmonic ideas and apply them to rock. So anyway, I'm just hoping that you'll get inspired by it the same way and get as much enjoyment as I do from these players. So transcribe some of it for yourself. Try to put these things in play for yourself. I think you'll get a lot out of it. And join us again here on GuitarBreakdown.com for more adventures in really cool stuff.